And welcome back to the Drivers Room. We're in the Sunday League today. This is Season 2 of 2020. We're in Round 7, Tier 1. We're racing the N600 Ferrari 458 Italias at Goodwood Motor Circuit. Our grid walk today, on pole we have Martin B. He's our championship leader at the moment, 121 points. 3 wins in 6 races so far, including the last round, and robbed of a win in round 5 due to a disconnect. Second place Des, also not racing today either, so in a really strong position going into the final 2 rounds of the season. And in second place we have Alex. He's third in the championship at the moment on 92 points. He has missed 2 rounds already this season though, and he's won 2 of the 4 rounds he has been in, and has beaten Martin twice on track so far. So a good result today, and this season will go into the final round before it's decided. And in third place we have myself, DJ Rice, 4th in the championship at the moment, 85 points. Picked up my 3rd podium in the season last round with a top 3 finish. The top 3 in the championship are a little bit out of distance now, but another good result today should see me cement 4th place in the championship. Excuse me. In 4th place today we have Ferdek, 17th in the table at the moment on 12 points. Another DNF for Ferdek last round. He finds himself at the foot of Tier 1. Let's see how he gets on today after another good qualifying. And in 5th place we have Cafe Del Mar. He's 15th in the table at the moment on 19 points. Only 1 round raced so far this season for Cafe, as he's one of our wildcard drivers. Did finish a solid 3rd place in round 4 though, so let's see how he gets on today, starting from 5th place. And in 6th place we have Wilco. He's 8th in the championship at the moment on 57 points. Tough round last time out for Wilco, finishing 9th at Laguna Seca. Definitely some points to improve on going into the final 2 rounds of the season. As we only register 6 of the 8 rounds, 2 rounds get dropped. As we're in round 7 now, the championship table will start changing shape. And in 7th place we have Canny. He's 9th in the table at the moment with 50 points. An even tougher time for Canny last round, finishing at the back of the pack. Finds himself 7 points behind Wilco in the table at the moment, the man 1 place up on the grid today. The midfield battle really hotting up this stage of the season. And in 8th place we have NJR Mercer. He's 6th in the table at the moment on 64 points. Solid race for Mercer last round, just missing out on a podium, finishing 4th level on points with Mung at the moment. And it's only 2 points off of 5th place Bullet going into the final 2 rounds. And in 9th place we have Mungino. He's joint 6th in the table at the moment, 64 points with Mercer. Eventful race for Mung last time out, finishing 6th in the end. But Bullet not racing today, so 5th spot is definitely up for grabs for Mungino and Mercer today. And in 10th place we have Angels Fan. His first appearance for Angels this season in the Drivers Room. We've had a flood of new drivers join Drivers Room recently. Very welcome addition from the GRT boys. Let's see how he gets on today, starting from 10th. Not the ideal race to be starting your career in. Ferraris at Goodwood, but we'll see how he gets on. And 11th place today we have Muller. 12th in the table at the moment on 27 points. Still only the opening 2 rounds registered for Muller. He's got a lot to do from 11th today, but this is Goodwood, and when Muller is on form, he's one of the most consistent drivers in the Drivers Room. See how he gets on from 11th. And in 12th place today we have Rocker. He is 11th in the table at the moment on 29 points. Only 4 rounds registered so far, so all points scored from this point on will count towards his season total. Finds himself 13 points off of Daz, the next man up the championship table at the moment. And in 13th place we have Daz. He's 10th in the table at the moment, 42 points. 8th place finished last round for Daz. Finds himself 8 points off of Canny, the next man up table for himself. But yeah, got a lot to do starting from the back today. But as I say, this is Goodwood. Usually a very eventful race, but we'll see how we get on. That's our grid walk for today. Let's get underway. Oh, here we are then, Goodwood Motor Circuit, about to get underway, round 7, Tier 1. Martin on pole again, outstanding season so far. Let's see if Alex can take the fight to him today. Rarely got to see these guys go toe to toe, but we're off. Really clean start from pole sitter Martin. Alex gets a good getaway. Verdict has a really good getaway. I think a bit of wheel spin off the line for myself there. It's a little bit of contact going into T1 and just running out onto the grass there. Cafe making a place up as well, up into 4th place, Wilco into 5th, and myself dropping right back down to 10th place there, just nudging Mungino there, just rejoining the track. But yeah, shocking opening lap and running wide again out onto the grass there. And just impeding Daz a little bit while rejoining the track. You've got Mungino and Todd coming close, making contact through St Mary's, and that's Mungino out onto the grass there. Accidental contact between the two on the opening lap, but it's all kicking off at the back of the grid here. Very, very untidy for myself. Back up to 10th now though, after that little instant between Mungino and Angels. But back to the front of the pack now. You've got Martin in the lead still, closely followed by Alex in 2nd. Ferdek and Cafe not far behind either. Wilco's rounding off the top 5 there. Mercer in 6th place. It's like Canny might be putting him under a little bit of pressure, closing that gap up in 7th. Pulled a little bit of a gap back to Rocker in 8th. Got myself in 9th now. Looks like I made a place up on Daz there in 10th. Mungino 11th and Angels in 12th. So you've got, looks like myself making a move on Rocker there into the Magic corner on lap 2, and that's Canny and Rocker running wide, doing exactly what I've done on the opening lap, and you just lose so much time trying to recover that car. You've got Canny falling right back to 11th place now, Rocker just ahead in 10th. So myself and Daz Mungino making up places there. And that is Daz having an incident in the background. Just put a wheel on the grass there, I think. He's just lost the back end completely. So positions changing all over the place at the back. Rocker back up to 9th, Canny in 10th now. Daz down to 11th, Angels in 12th. So Martin just looks like he's extended the lead a little bit. I think Alex is still just about in the toe, but Ferdek's closed the gap up to Alex a little bit as well, as he's dropped Cafe Del Mar, as Wilco is closing the gap up as well. Mercer in clean air in 6th place, myself in clean air in 7th. That's Mungino running wide there just before the chicane. So he's just about recovering the car. It's all over the place going in. Oh, and he clips the chicane as well for good measure, so he's going to have a poor exit out of there. Rocker's going to make up a place, I think. The end of lap 2, so Rocker back up to 8th, Mungino in 9th, Canny in 10th, Angels 11th. So I think we've lost Daz from the back there. Mungino taking a bit too much apex through Madrick there. It's battle for 8th, 9th and 10th kicking off. Rejoin our leader Martin B. 1 minute 18.1 on the last lap, 18.4 for Alex. So it's we'll see what happens when these two guys really start settling into their groove. Ferdek doing a good job in 3rd place at the moment, setting a purple sector there as well. It's a little bit of locking up. So just about to get through with Co alright, and through the chicanes. A little bit wide there from Ferdek. No, he's alright. So Cafe Del Mar still in 4th place. So it looks like Wilco's dropped off the back of these guys a little bit. It's Cafe Del Mar starting to pick the pace up now with 1 minute 17.8 to close that gap up on Ferdek ahead. And 17.7 from Martin on that last lap. Only 0.1 quicker than Alex at this stage though. Ferdek needs to get in the 1 minute 17s. 1 minute 18.5, 1 minute 19.8 from Mercer last time round, so just over a second quicker on that last lap. 1 minute 20.6 from Canny, 1:23.1 as these guys at the back having quite an incident filled race. And as I say that, Canny just puts a wheel on the grass. Is he going to get reset? And it takes a little excursion out onto the cornfields there, and drops right back down to 10th place now. And next man down the road, this guy, Angels fan, having an absolute nightmare at the back of the pack at the moment. As I said on the grid walk, not the best track car combo to make your debut on. Very, very difficult combo to get right. This car's very, very quick, but as you'll probably see coming into this corner now, it's got a lot of body roll, and that coupled with the sport soft tyres, very difficult to get right around Goodwood. But Martin's still in first place, doing a good job. Alex in second. Looks like Ferdek's picked up the pace now with 1 minute 17.6 in the last lap. Takes a little bit too much grass there, might pick up a penalty for that. So we do run a clean race bonus in the Sunday League, and that sounded like a bit of tyre squeal from, yeah, he has picked up a penalty, but looks like he ran a little bit hot into St Mary's there as well. Cafe Del Mar closing that gap up, as should Wilco, and it looks like I'm right on the gearbox of Mercer at this stage of the race. 1:18.7 for myself, so another second quicker on that last lap. It's a very difficult track to overtake on. This is probably one of the better opportunities, getting a good run out of Levant corner down Levant straight, but Mercer doing just enough there, really good on the brakes, and doing enough to hold on to 6th place at the moment. Mangino in 8th place, clean air front and back, as Canny and Angels fan are having a bit of a nightmare at the back, and as I say that, Canny takes another trip onto the grass and Angels fan nearly follows him, but makes up a place there nevertheless. Canny down to 10th now, and 10 runners. I think we've lost Rocker from the back as well, so an absolute very, very difficult car and track combo, very challenging, but very enjoyable nevertheless if you get it right, very rewarding. But Martin in first place now. Looks like Alex has maybe closed that gap a little bit, just getting in touch with the slipstream again, as they're pulling away from Ferdek in third place, who's pulled a little bit of a gap to Cafe, and Wilco 1 minute 20 last lap, so looks like he had a bit of an incident somewhere. And this is myself all over the back of Mercer again, coming down the I can't remember the name of that corner into Levant corner now, and we'll have a quick on board, and that is myself completely binning it into the chicane, and yeah, dropping right back again, and deciding to dive into the pits as well. So in the 8 minute mark, so probably turning this into a 2-stopper at this stage of the race. Next man down the road is Mangino. Should just about get back out on track to reclaim 7th place. So yeah, so Mangino close behind now. See what I can do in clean air in 7th place now. Having tested this car, pre-race, you can't quite get 15 minutes out of a full tank when you're flat out. You do need to fuel save quite a bit, so there'll be a couple of different strategies playing out today as per usual. Obviously some guys better than most at fuel saving and maintaining good lap time. So we'll see how that plays out towards the end of the race. Martin still holding on to first, Alex in second, Ferdek still in third, Cafe Del Mar in fourth, Wilco in fifth. So a good lap time from Wilco there, 1:18 flat, so he's gained just over half a second on the guys in front. 1:19.5 from Mercer. A couple of clean laps from myself on the outlap now, so don't really get a good judge of how quick I'm going at this stage of the race, but might get myself in a position to undercut Mercer. But as I say, we'll see how these guys do on the fuel, as you do need to fuel save if you're going to turn this race into a one-stop race. Martin B's come up to the back marker of Angels at the moment. So I think Kenny's still running, so Kenny's got himself back ahead of Angels, who loses it coming out of the chicane. And both the race leaders just making it through there. First and second place, you got Ferdek coming through now in third. I think Angels just recovering in the background there. Cafe Del Mar in fourth place still. All positions retained in the top 5 this opening stint of the race, as you got Mercer pitting from 6th place now. So we'll see if I've done enough to get an undercut done. Nice and tidy through the chicane there. And Mercer's still in the pits, and myself up to 6th place now. Mercer just rejoining the track ahead of Mangino. Looks like Mangino's lost a bit of time somewhere. 1 minute 24.4 on the last lap. Yes, had an incident somewhere. Kenny in 9th, Angels in 10th. 1 minute 18.5 from Martin last lap, so by his standards pretty slow. You see these guys have been running steadily in the 1 minute 17s since the opening couple of laps. I think that's Kenny, the next man down the road, getting the blue flags there. Let's have a look at the fuel levels as well. So Martin just touching a quarter of a tank this stage of the race. Alex doing a better job on the fuel. Slightly more tyre wear for Alex though, as notorious for going sideways. Martin B's shown some very good driving to maintain really good tyre wear in the opening rounds of the Sunday League that I've noticed this season. Doing a good job again. It's Alex just doing a little bit better on the fuel and just starting to pick that toe up again, but it's just coming up to 12.5 minute mark now. So getting near that halfway point. And there's again yellow flags there, so I don't know if that was Kenny. Might have had an incident up ahead. Just at the side of the track there, getting out of the way of these guys. 3rd, 4th and 5th still maintaining similar gaps to each other. This stage of the race, got myself in 6th now, see what I can do with these guys ahead. Excuse me. Who all will be pitting soon actually, as just checking on the fuel levels there. Cafe Del Mar really critical on fuel now, so Ferdek doing okay job at the moment. He's doing better than Cafe anyway, as we see Cafe might dive into the pits, yeah. And Wilco just going critical now as well. And just compare that with the race leaders at the moment. Alex especially just under a quarter of a tank, while still maintaining 1 minute 17 laps pretty comfortably. Because you've got Cafe Del Mar in the pits, got myself just coming around the chicane now, 6th place, looking to make another place up this stage of the race. And we do, and you've got Cafe Del Mar coming out on the hards. That's interesting. So I'll probably put that down as accidental more than anything, because as you can see, the lack of grip catching him out straight away there through magic, as Mercer just having an incident behind as well. I think that's Angels fan just unlapping himself, just flashing past there. Mangino closing the gap up to Mercer now after that little excursion. Angels fan up into 9th, so I think we've lost Canny from the back as well. A few guys having enough of this combo, as you see Alex diving into the pits there from 2nd place, 14% of fuel. So we'll see what Martin does now, and see if Alex can get an undercut done, as Ferdek are diving into the pits now, I'd imagine as well. As Ferdek diving into the pits from 3rd place. Wilco also will be pitting from 4th, so this is myself in 5th, just coming through Woodcote now into the chicane, and it'll be a long stop. So these guys got to take on a full tank, and we're barely touching the halfway point of this race, and that's myself up into 3rd now. Obviously have to pit again before the end of the race. As that looks like Furdeck suffering from the notorious Goodwood bug and getting stuck in the pits. We'll come back to that in a minute. So yeah, it looks like Furdeck's glitched in the pits at the moment. Alex on his outlap needs to be setting some really quick times now to get the undercut done on Martin's coming through the chicane. See if he pits on this lap, and he does. Let's keep an eye on where Alex is now. So yeah, Furdeck still in the pits. Hopefully Martin doesn't get caught up in this Goodwood nonsense. This glitch is nearly a year old, I think, or well, it's been around since this track got released anyway, and PD still haven't fixed it. And so it's Alex just crossing the line now on his outlap, and it looks like he's done enough as Martin just exiting the pits now on a full tank of fuel. 16-minute mark, so Martin in good shape for the second stint of this race, but he has lost track position now as Alex storms through into first place. Really good outlap, and gets the undercut done on Martin, and myself in third there. Just finally can see the leaders again after my first lap incident. Obviously have to pit again, so we'll be dropping back down the field, racing these guys behind pretty much. Got Cafe in fourth. See what he can do on these hards as he runs wide again. It's got to be a mistake coming out on them hards. This is not a track you want. So it looks like he's driving on ice at the moment. So it looks like you've got Angels fan right behind, looking to unlap himself. But Cafe Del Mar no pace at this stage of the race. This is giving Mercer an opportunity to close up. Mercer running well in fifth at the moment. Wilco in sixth. So Mercer obviously stopping earlier as well. Looks like he's committed to a two-stopper. Has got an undercut down on Wilco, who's now running in sixth, but should be good to the end of the race. He just has to manage that fuel really well. So Mangino is seventh. He's coming for his final pit stop of the race as well. And that is Furdeck having a time of his life in the pit stop. I'm pretty sure he's out on the track racing invisible. Was Angel's just getting caught up in the chicane there, and Wilco just coming through in sixth place, and Cafe Del Mar pitting as well from, I think he was running in fourth at the time. Obviously choosing to ditch those hards, and I think he's got caught up in that nonsense as well. So we've got Cafe and Furdeck humping each other in the pits at the moment. Alex legitimately in the lead of this race, but yeah, as I say, I think these guys might well still be racing on track invisibly, as I'm pretty sure they're on the results board at the end of the race. But Alex in second place anyway. Looks like Martin has closed that gap a little bit. Keep an eye on these lap times now. Just see Alex just maximising the exit out of the chicane. But Alex crossing the line there, 1:17.6, 1:17 flat from Martin. So purple lap there from Martin, really putting the pressure on Alex. Is just under 12 minutes of this race to go. Got myself pitting from what was third place. See where I feed back out into things. Have to take on around 70% of fuel, I think. Excuse me, Mercer just came through the chicane there, and I think I've managed to get out of the pit, so I haven't got caught up in whatever's happening to Cafe and Furdeck at the moment. I'm rejoining the race in third place. But Mercer really close behind now, but does have to pit again. And Wilco not that far behind either. So should be good to the end of the race. There's just under 3/4 of a tank for Wilco, and that's pretty much what I've taken on as well. So yeah, should be good to the end of the race. Just got to manage the tyres a little bit more. You see Wilco making a move on Mercer there for fourth place. So yeah, better tyre wear, just benefiting him this stage of the race, just getting the job done on Mercer. Mercer dropping down to fifth place now. Looks like you've got Angels fan in the pits, joining in the... Oh, just joining Mangino, going sideways there. So yeah, Margino's 6. You got Angels in the pits now. You got Verdict in the pits and Cafe Del Mar in the pits. All glitching out. Anyway, back to the lead of the race on the 20-minute mark now. Martin really closing that gap up to Alex up here, putting the pressure on. It's probably one of the main overtaking opportunities on this track are from pressuring the guy in front into making a mistake. You run wide and you will lose 2 or 3 seconds minimum. As Mercer in the pits anyway from what was 5th place, I believe. So Mangino, the next man down the road, just coming up to the chicane now. So he should be good to the excuse me, he should be good to the end of the race. With Mercer just leaving the pits up ahead and rejoins the race in what I think is 5th place. No idea what's going on with the 3 guys who are glitching out in the pits. Mangino in 6th place now. And I think the 6 guys we have running are still are all good to the end of the race now. Just under 9 minutes of this race to go. 1:17.6 from Alex, 1:17.7 from Martin, but he is sitting in that slipstream now. So this looks like, I would say, a flat out race to the end, but they've probably still got a fuel save quite a bit. Alex more so now as well, as having pitted a lap earlier. And he's just got to watch that tyre wear as well. So yeah, should be an interesting final section of this race now. As I say, haven't really seen these 2 guys go toe to toe over a race distance, and this has pretty much been that way. Martin leading the way from the opening lap, and Alex choosing to pit a lap earlier and gets the undercut done, gets track position, but now finds himself in a position of having to defend, fuel save a little bit more, and has that little bit more tyre wear. As just getting yellow flags there, so I don't know if someone's had an incident up ahead. Both these guys making it cleanly through the chicane onto lap 18. 1:18.2. So yeah, I think Alex just choosing to fuel save strategic points of the lap. Obviously has track position, very, very difficult track to overtake on. So once you have track position, if you position your car really well, there's not a lot you can do when you're behind. It's Martin chucking everything at the moment. So Alex doing enough to hold on to that 1st place. I've got myself in very clean air in 3rd at the moment. Tyres should be good as well. Obviously, having done the 2-stopper, having to recover from my first lap incident, dropping to the back of the pack. Reasonably good recover drive, getting back up to the podium spots. We've got Wilco in 4th now, just has to manage tyres and fuel to the end. Mercer's in a good position to go flat out to the end now, so should be safe from Mangino behind. Tyre wear start kicking in on Mung's car. And Cafe pointing towards the sky there. Angels fan behind, and Verdict in 9th. And I think we've lost two or three drivers. So we lost Muller, Daz and Rocker and Canny from the back as well. So yeah, Rad lost a few drivers from the back as well as these glitch pits. Not ideal, but what was that? Alex running a little bit wide there. This might give not really an overtaking opportunity in this fast right hander, because he's just going to go up the inside and punt the guy off. But we'll see what he can do through Levant corner now. Get a good exit. As I say, it's probably the best overtaking opportunity of the track. And gets good traction out the corner. Gets a really good run. So this could be a good opportunity for an overtake from Martin here, as he takes a look up the inside. He gets his nose and Alex just shuts the door on him a little bit there. Just didn't really give him enough racing room, but settles back into second place there. It's unlucky for Martin, had a good run there, but Alex just shutting the door on him there, ruthless. Retains first place, and Martin in second again. There's smoke just kicking up there from Alex. You see that tyre wear kicking in now on the front and back left hand side of the car. A little bit better for Martin at this stage of the race, and better fuel as well. So just under 5 minutes of this race to go now. Let's see if he can put the pressure on again and regain first place. Alex doing a really good job at the moment. Let's go on board again. He's not as close this time. So we can try and do is pressure Alex into a mistake somewhere, and that is Alex running a little bit wide there. They're getting a bit of lag spike there, might be catching the drivers out. He's run wide out the chicane. Alex is going to have a much better run. Martin's going to have a better run, sorry, into Madgwick. He's got a car length ahead, and just keep it neat and tidy through here. Picks up the apex nicely. He's on, excuse me, he's on the power and gets himself back into first place there. See what Alex can do now, if Alex can fight back. You see him just chucking the car around that corner. Fantastic fight for first and second at the moment. Just on the graphic there, I think we've got Angels fans finally left the pit and joined us. So in 7th place at the moment, according to the graphic. That is Mungino up ahead, I think. Just about to get some blue flags. So just come through Woodcote. Lap 21, that's Martin running wide there. Mungino's already wide off the track up here, well out of the way, and that is Martin has just given up first place there. Very rare mistake in Woodcote, and done well not to lose more times. Just about holding on to that slipstream. Alex up ahead, but you've got Alex back into first place now. Martin back down to second. See what he can do again. Yeah, fantastic fight. And so I think either way these positions end, with Alex in first or Martin in first, I think this championship fight will go into the last round of the season. And yeah, with the McLaren P1 GTR due next week, should be a fascinating final round of the season. So Alex doing enough at the moment, hold on to first place. And yeah, Martin back in second now. We've got it's under a minute and a half left, so we've got the end of this lap and then the next one. So just under 2 laps to go. So Alex just going critical on fuel now. Martin just able to put that little bit more pressure on. He's got that tiny bit more fuel to play with at this stage of the race. But, he's had a good exit out of the chicane as well. Let's have a quick on board again. Not quite close enough, but I think this will be the final lap. Yeah, 50 seconds left, so final lap for these two guys now. I think we might have some official finishers behind at the end of this lap, but we've got to keep an eye on this to the end now. As Martin really on the gearbox of Alex. Still just doing enough. So a very difficult car to overtake on, very fast flowing track. As Martin having a look up the inside, coming out the exit St Mary's, but Alex doing enough, gets the power down nicely. Coming to Levant corner again, see what Martin can do. He's all over the back of him at the moment. Alex must be feeling the pressure. There's a graphic on the left just spazzing out a bit again there. He's right on the gearbox, but nothing doing. So Alex just got to be neat and tidy through Woodcote, and yep, meets the apex well. So this could be it. He's got a couple of official finishes behind. Wilco 4th, Cafe in 5th, I think. But looks like Alex has done enough. They're coming up to the finishing line, and Martin takes the win. Let's take a look back there. I think Alex may well have run out of fuel on the line. Let's have a little look back. So just rejoining Alex on board now. You see Martin in the mirrors come through the final few corners of the lap up into the chicane, and you can see he's running on vapours there on the graphic of the fuel there below, and we'll just listen out, and there it is. That's the fuel dying, and Martin nearly punts him over the line but snatches the win by thousandths of a second there. But yeah, great win from Martin, great race from the pair. Myself just coming through now in 3rd place, but yeah, congratulations Martin, well done Alex, 1st and 2nd, myself in 3rd to finish the podium positions. Wilco in 4th in the end. Well, Cafe's back on track in 5th, Mercer in 6th, Mungino 7th, Angels in 8th, Ferdek in 9th on the graphic, but yeah, can't really tell. But anyway, that was Goodwood. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.